Welcome to this episode of The Gunman. So this video here is my first time-lapse video I've decided to make on this Nissan S13 180 SX Coupe. What we're doing there at the moment is just doing our prep work. So we'd already primed it up at this stage. We then left it overnight for that primer to cure, 2-pack primer. We'd also carried out a few repairs here and there. A couple of those quarter panels were dinged right in, a few repairs here and there on the bonnet and the roof, but we didn't get overly fussy with this one. It was just a quick bog job basically. The owner just wanted the quickest and cheapest job he could do to make it look half decent again so that he would be able to get a better dollar for it when he's going to sell it. The owner of this car was he's into the drift scene, and this is his street car, so he's done a bit of work to the engine. It's a RB25 with a turbo in it. As far as the prep work goes, all we did was we got the 180 grit on our small blocks and blocked over the primed areas. As you may notice, we didn't even prime the entire car. The job didn't warrant it. We just primed the affected areas, blocked them back, hit that 180 with some 320 to remove all those 180 scratches, and then over the top of those 320 scratches we went over the entire thing with a piece of 500 grit. We then went around all those edges with a softback sanding sponge. It's going to remove any of your primer edges and just the entire car so that there's no shiny spots left. As you can see there, we've given it a really good blowdown before we put it in the booth. We've prepped that booth up. I'll put some water down on the floor just because of the style of booth that I've got. This booth doesn't have the full grates in the floor. If it's got grates in the floor, you usually don't have to worry about doing stuff like that because you've probably got a full downdraft booth, but mine's just a semi downdraft and it's only got just a partial inlet filter on the roof as well. So we've gone around, backmasked all of the edges. We've then thrown our piece of plastic over it. Make sure to get that plastic up the right way. We then got a nice sharp brand new razor blade, sliced around all those edges that we backmasked, put some tape over the top of that to stop any bits of overspray creeping through. Next up, I had sprayed the entire thing down with some wax and grease remover. I then wiped all that off, and then I went over it with a high pressure air blower and a tack cloth, wiping any residue that or bits of dust and fluff that may have been left over behind. So as you probably saw just there, we're using a Nissan factory colour. The paint code is KG4 and the name of the colour is yellowish silver metallic. This colour is actually used on a couple of the Nissan Patrols, and not just on this model, but I think it's quite a nice sort of desert sand type beige looking metallic. The spray gun I'm using, as you can see here, is the DeVilbiss SGK 600 BB with a 1.4mm fluid tip on it. I think that this gun is honestly the best budget gun on the market, the best mid-range price gun. It's around 200 Australian dollars. That's going to vary. I had a guy from the UK saying that he can get one of these for around 89 quid. So in the UK they're known as the FLG5, but it's exactly the same gun, just rebranded for the Australian market for some reason. I really do get great results with this gun, and I do recommend anyone who's in the market for a new gun to give one of these a go. So this job here was the first time I'd actually used the Concept paints for a full respray from base coat right the way through to clear coat. We also use their primers. I'll tell you now, I've been very impressed with it. In a cutthroat industry where money is king, people just want the cheapest job, but they expect the best quality. I'm very happy I was able to get onto a good supplier of Concept paints. He's giving us a nice discount. Seems that no one else in the industry was ready to give us any discount unless we were going to prove that we were going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars every year with them. So for this job here, we actually used the MS Clear, and I was getting really nice results with it. Since doing this job, I've actually bought some of their HS Clear. I'm yet to use it, but stay tuned for more reviews on Concept paints and their HS Clears and stuff like that. Their primers are, to be honest, one of the best in the market. I find them just as good as Glazerite and just as good as Standox for a fraction of the price. There's basically three things you look for when you're buying a primer. You want fill, sand, and shrink. So you want no shrink back, you want a nice amount of fill, and you want it easy to sand. This ticks all of those three boxes. So it's definitely a much quicker video than some of my other ones, and obviously I can't include as much info in this as other ones, but it's definitely been something different. I've enjoyed making it. As you can see me here, I'm doing a polish and a detail, which just about saw the job done. To finish this video off, I'm just going to give you guys a quick look around the previous steps. So this is when we were doing our repairs. We gave them a quick sand down, just put some filler in there, put it in the spray booth. We then put a good 4 coats of primer over our repaired areas, making sure we didn't put that first coat on too heavy because that can actually create shrink back. Left it overnight, and that's when the video started. And here's a quick bit of footage. I kept it all at double speed just because the rest of the video is so quick. I thought I'd keep it similar. So there you guys go. I didn't get any footage of the car completely finished off because I just came in one day and the owner had picked it up on the weekend. So there you guys go. Hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for watching, and this has been another Gunman production.